Hey everyone, for those of you that haven't yet seen, we've set up a brand new separate channel for my series, The Fake Creators. And to show you the type of conversations that will be held over there, we've compiled this short highlight video of my most recent conversation with the director of design at Bugatti, Achim Anscheidt. So to watch the full chat, head over to the Fake Creators YouTube channel, which we're going to link below, and don't forget to subscribe while you're there. Thanks. Hello, Achim, welcome.
Frank, it's a real pleasure and so good to see you again.
So Achim, I know that you've been with Bugatti for quite a while now. It's unusual because most of us move around quite a bit, but you've been there since...
16 years now. Yeah.
What are you doing now with Bugatti in terms of looking how you take it from where it was when you started?
If you remember, in 2004, the styling and the design of the Bugatti Veyron was already done. So the car was pretty much done, but the technical development just took so long. It was so difficult to succeed, to really prove that the car could have 1001 horsepower, could go faster than 400 kilometers per hour, would have enormous torque gearbox. It's like something like you have never experienced before, four-wheel drive. And then on top of it all, being so sovereign in style and interior quality and layout that you can also take this car and in all souveränität and sovereignty drive with your wife in front of the opera. Remember? That was the goal at the time.
Yeah, it was the best in everything, pretty much.
So when I got there in 2004, the styling was done and the engineering just came to a process where things were really resolved, and in 2005 the car launched. And then I looked after everything Veyron from there on. The Super Sport, the Grand Sport, the Vitesse and all the other versions and all the individualization. Actually, the Veyron was the car that started it all, that started the $1 million segment.
Yeah, the first hypercar, you could say. How is Bugatti going to deal with this electric push, knowing that you guys are also going a little bit away from the analog way of creating cars and much into the much quicker development phases of what VR, we both know how VR is a great help, a great tool for us in the world of design. How are you approaching that with Bugatti? Because it's a romantic brand, it's been around for so long.
A company like Bugatti has to consider very careful if they follow in the direction where everybody is going, or if we actually have to do maybe even quite the opposite. All that romance that clay modeling really brings with it, I would sign all that, and also the jokes with the English modelers around the car, and this is fantastic times. However, there was a point, I remember, after September 2015, remember what happened there, IAA. So for a long time I didn't have much budget, pretty much zero budget in the design studio. And that brought us into working much heavier in VR. Because you know how it was still some 10 years ago. You were looking at a CAD screen, but what you saw then in the yard was different. All of a sudden the sunlight hits this thing and looks different, and you go around it in 3/4 view, and things are not the same way as you saw it on the CAD system.
You know how much time it takes to move the belt line or a feature line a couple of mil. It's going to take you a week, or it's going to take the modeler a week to get it absolutely right when he changes all the surfaces just because you've made a small move. And if you do it in VR or in CAD or whatever, and you can feed it back and check it, you can have it in, in an afternoon at the most. It's incredible.
Yeah, and maybe the next step there that you can actually do it in real time, fully shaded, everything, and you're just pulling the lines right there, and the surface is immediately adjusting to that. No? What spurs your curiosity and creativity other than a lava lamp, blue pills and a hand grenade, and the rubber sharks?
Yeah, well, without that, hot showers and a good cigar and whiskey. The basic necessities of man, basically. No, I think the true secret for good creativity is a balanced lifestyle.
Sometimes it comes from actually solving a problem, no? That you go to bed and you haven't solved that problem somehow, and next morning after the shower it goes click, and sometimes it seems like your brain needs to process over time or over good night's sleep, so to say. And I think also there is a lot to learn from just people around us who are inspiring, whether they are still with us or heroes of the past like Da Vinci, but I look also towards an Elon Musk in today's time, with all the respect for everything that he pushes forward in our time. And artists, I just sadly saw that Daft Punk
sad news.
Called it quits, looking forward what they will do next, eventually individually. But those were people. They were in the electronic clubs in the beginning of the 90s, doing really the music that we still like to hear.
Still good today.
In clubs, and so creative at that time. And then how they changed the way how they appeared, and also how they collaborated with so many people in the music industry, and also always very creative. And so, in other words, it's people that also give us creativity to learn something from. No?
Your daily driver, or let's call it your favorite go-to car, is a 1981, I think, or 1981 911.
Yeah, it's a 81 SC chassis, at least. But that's about it. Everything else is pretty much Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I remember before I started that project, I had a chance from work to test drive a Lotus Elise, which is still one of our all-time favorites, no?
Handling-wise, it's incredible.
Yeah. And I said, God, what could I do? And then it dawned on me, it could be a 911, completely gutted out. And the car has no interior anymore, no carpeting, no sound dampening, no heat exchanger, obviously. Everything that you do not need for pure driving is missing. It's almost like a single-speed bike, without anything attached to it. But I also admit it feels like a race car, but from the outside it looks very harmless.
Yeah, don't they call those outlaws now? The Porsche outlaws?
Yeah, Magnus Walker and
Yeah.
Great people out there doing something else with their 911s than just restoring them.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing to be said about restoring, but at the same time, there's something also about, taking something that is so iconic like that and doing something to them that's a little bit more your view of the car, what you want that car to be.
Talking about the motorcycle times, there's one video only online of those former times of mine, which is incredibly cheesy. You have no idea. Music is really synthesizer style, which is in a way already cool again.
Is this on YouTube, Achim?
It is on YouTube. It's called Early Achim Anscheidt, yes.
Absolute Beherrschung der Maschine und natürlich des eigenen Körpers sowie ein traumwandlerisch sicheres Balancegefühl waren aber auch schon bei den Kletterpartien über Stock und Stein gefragt.
Continued success, Achim. I wish you guys all the best, and everybody in the world is looking forward to the next Bugatti, I'm sure.
I'm looking forward to the motorcycle trip in Morocco.
We have planned on it. Good. After this, we get together. We'll start putting together the things that we have to pack to survive. Good, Achim. A real pleasure speaking with you.
The pleasure was mine. Thank you very much, Frank. Yeah. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. We'll speak soon. Bye-bye.